So, you're ready to buy your first home in Palm Bay. You're excited, right? You've saved up, you've been doom scrolling all the listings, and you're ready to finally start this new chapter. But what if the person you're trusting to guide you through this giant financial decision, your real estate agent, is like a tour guide who gets a kickback from the most expensive restaurants? What if their main goal is to close the deal as fast as possible, even if it's not the best deal for you? Stick with me, and I'll break down the 5 secrets they might not tell you that will give you the upper hand in 2026 and could save you from a huge mistake. This isn't about bashing realtors, because I am one. It's about giving you the insider knowledge to be an equal partner in this deal, so you can walk away with keys in hand and your financial future looking bright. My name is Stephen Thomas, and as your real estate pro who lives and breathes the Palm Bay and greater Brevard County market, I've seen it all. I've worked with so many first-time home buyers who show up feeling anxious, overwhelmed, and totally dependent on their agent. The truth is, a fantastic agent is worth their weight in gold. But even the best are juggling multiple clients and moving at a market's pace. Sometimes, in the race to get you under contract, crucial details and big opportunities get glossed over. The 2026 Palm Bay housing market isn't what it was a few years ago. Those crazy bidding wars, they've mostly cooled off. The power has shifted back to the buyers. But if you don't know how to use that power, it's like sitting at a poker table with a winning hand and not realizing it. You'll end up playing by the old rules, and that's a game you're set up to lose. Today, I'm pulling back the curtains. I'm going to give you 5 secrets that'll turn you from a nervous first-time buyer into a confident, informed buyer. Let's get into it. The first secret your agent might not fully unpack is what a cooling market really means for your strategy. You'll hear them say things like, "Oh, it's a great time to buy," but they may not explain why and how to use it to your advantage. Let's be honest, we have a vested interest in creating a sense of urgency because, like all sales, urgency leads to faster offers and quicker paychecks. Here's the problem. An agent might tell you, "This house is a great deal. It won't last long," even when the data says otherwise. That little nudge can make you feel like you have to rush, offer the list price or more, and waive important protections. You get that FOMO or fear of missing out, and it can trick you into overpaying by thousands and skip an inspection even. It's a classic sales tactic that hits you right in the emotions. But here's the reality in Palm Bay for 2026. The market has noticeably cooled down. Projections for 2026 suggest a modest decline in home prices for the Palm Bay area, potentially around 1%. Now in the wider Brevard County market, late 2025 data shows the median single-family home sales price is hovering around $378,000, which is a slight decrease from the year prior. What's more, homes are sitting on the market much longer. The average days on market for Brevard County has climbed into the mid-70s. In the Brevard County area, available listings have surpassed 4,500 homes. So, what does this all mean for you? It means you have leverage. 2 years ago, buying a house was like Black Friday for the last hot toy. One on the shelf, 10 people fighting over it. Now today, it's like walking into the same store in mid-January. The shelves are full, and the manager is willing to make a deal with you. Your agent might not tell you to lowball, but in this market, offering below asking isn't an insult, it's strategic. Nearly 74% as of late 2025 are selling for under their listing price. This is your cue. Instead of being rushed, you should be taking your time. Tell your agent, given that homes are sitting on the market for over 70 days, I want to see a few more options before we make a strategic offer. And that's okay. And you know what that shows me? That signals you're an informed buyer. You can and should negotiate for more than just the price. We're talking seller's concession to cover closing costs, demanding repairs from inspection, or asking for a home warranty. In 2026, the market is moving towards a balance, which means the power is shifting to your side of the table, but only if you know it's there. Secret number 2 can financially wreck new homeowners. The true all-in cost of owning a home in Palm Bay, which is way more than the mortgage payment your lender pre-approved you for. Kind of think of it like buying a car. The mortgage is the sticker price, but the real cost of ownership includes gas, maintenance, and insurance. Your agent and lender will talk about PITI, which is principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. That's standard. Problem is, in the rush to get the deal done, the I and the T can be dangerously underestimated, and other local costs get brushed aside. If an agent says, "Don't worry, we'll get an insurance quote later," or HOA fees are pretty standard, my friend, that's a red flag. Their incentive is to make the monthly payments look as low as possible. If you saw the real number up front, you might look at cheaper homes, which means a smaller commission. The fallout can be brutal. Imagine you buy a beautiful home, budgeting for a $2,200 a month PITI. You're thrilled, then the real bills hit. Your homeowner's insurance is double the estimate because the roof is 15 years old. That's an extra $300 a month. Then your HOA sends a bill for a $3,000 special assessment for what they say is new paving. On top of that, your property taxes get reassessed at the higher purchase price, and your monthly payment jumps another $150. Suddenly, your manageable $2,200 is almost $2,700, and you're in a panic. This isn't a sales tactic, it's a well-documented reality for unprepared buyers in Florida. The state's homeowner insurance market has been in a crisis, and while legislative reforms have led to market stabilization, premiums are still soaring for many. Although the rate of increase has slowed, average premiums still rose in 2025. Some industry experts believe meaningful rate relief is unlikely before 2026. An agent might not want to scare you with this information, but you must get actual insurance quotes for a specific property before making an offer. The roof's age, the electrical panel, the elevation, these can swing your annual premiums by the thousands. And don't forget HOA fees. While some communities are low, others in the Palm Bay area can range from $150 to over $350 a month, especially depending on amenities. But that's just a start. You need to see the HOA's financial documents. A question you should ask, do they have healthy reserves for big repairs? If their savings are low, a special assessment is almost guaranteed. Here's your action plan. The minute you're serious about a house, become an investigator. Tell your agent, before we write an offer, I need to get a hard insurance quote, see the last 2 years of HOA financials, and get the property tax history. A good agent will help you, a great agent will get this for you. But never let anyone rush you past this step. It's the single most important thing you can do to protect your budget after you get the keys. This brings us to secret number 3, which could put tens of thousands of dollars right into your pocket. Hyperlocal, down payment, and closing cost assistance programs. Now, from an agent's perspective, a buyer with their own cash is the fastest, cleanest transaction. When you bring in a government assistance program, it's like being in a grocery line. The cash only lane is fast. The lane with someone using a coupon and a special assistant card takes more time and effort from the cashier. Your agent might prefer the express lane because it means more paperwork, more steps, and a longer closing time. All things that could complicate a deal. They might just stick to the simple, you need 3.5% down for an FHA loan script. This can cost you. You might think you have to save another 2 years, missing out on the current market. Or worse, you drain your life savings to close the deal, leaving you house poor with no emergency fund. This is like owning a beautiful car. Think of like a Cadillac Escalade or a Porsche, but having no gas money or money for repairs. Your dream home quickly becomes a nightmare. But here's the amazing truth. Palm Bay and Florida have programs to prevent this exact scenario. The city of Palm Bay offers a first-time homebuyers program that provides assistance for down payments and closing costs. This can be a significant amount, with assistance of up to $17,400 or even more. Often that's a 0% interest deferred second mortgage. In many cases, if you stay in the home for a set number of years, like 10 or 15 years, the loan is completely forgiven. It's basically free money. And on top of that, Florida has the Hometown Heroes housing program. This program is targeted to professionals like healthcare workers, teachers, first responders, and veterans, offering up to 5% of the first mortgage amount. But make note, this is capped at $35,000. This all goes towards your down payment and your closing costs. This is also typically a 0% deferred loan that is paid back when the home is sold or refinanced. Now, if you're a teacher buying a $300,000 house, that could be $15,000. And if you combine these programs, you could cover your entire down payment and most closing costs. Now, it's crucial to know that funding exact amounts and eligibility for these programs change, so you must check with the official sources for the latest 2026 rules. And what you're going to want to do is call the City of Palm Bay's Housing Division or their partner, Community Housing Initiative, or CHI. Then also you're going to want to find a lender that's approved for the Hometown Heroes program. Do this before you start looking. Getting pre-approved for these programs can turn you into a buyer who is confidently making an offer backed by tens of thousands of dollars. The fourth secret is about who your agent is really working for. It's against the law in Florida for an agent to represent both you and the seller in a full fiduciary capacity, a practice known as dual agency. But they might propose something that sounds convenient, but is full of conflicts. Here's how it plays out. You love your agent and they show you a perfect house. And this house, they happen to be the listing agent for. They might say, "This is great. I can handle the whole thing for both of you, and it will be much smoother." It sounds easy, but it could be a trap, and I'll explain why. A buyer wants the lowest price. A seller wants the highest price. How can one person faithfully represent both sides? It's like a lawyer trying to represent both the prosecution and the defense at the same time. If you tell your agent, "I'm willing to go up to $325,000, but let's offer $310,000 first," what's their duty? To keep your top number secret, or to tell the seller you're willing to pay more? And because of this conflict, Florida law requires agents in this situation to operate as transaction brokers. Your agent may not explain how big of a deal this is, but as a transaction broker, they are no longer your coach. They become the referee. Our job isn't to help you win, but to be a neutral facilitator whose main job is to manage paperwork and make sure the game is played by the rules. While we still have duties like dealing honestly and fairly, you lose the person who is 100% in your corner. Your best protection is to work with an agent as an exclusive buyer's agent under a written agreement. This means your agent is legally obligated to fight for your best interests and yours alone. While a small minority of agents work in brokerages that only represent buyers, many agents can and will act as your exclusive agent. And if you can, have this conversation up front. Ask, "Will you be my exclusive buyer's agent? And will you put that in writing? And what happens if I want to buy one of your listings?" You want an agent who is enthusiastic about being your advocate. If you fall for a home the brokerage is listed, sometimes the best move is often to get a referral to another trusted agent to write an offer. It's the biggest purchase of your life. Don't you deserve undivided loyalty? The fifth secret is simple. You absolutely do not have to use your agent's preferred lender, and not shopping around for a mortgage could cost you a fortune. Pretty quickly you'll hear, and I've said this myself, "You should talk to my lender. They're fantastic and always close on time." The agent usually frames it as a benefit, which in most cases it is. But using the preferred lender is like buying a soda from a hotel minibar. It's convenient, but sometimes you're paying a huge premium for that convenience. And in some cases, the real incentive is control for the agent. They know the lender, they can check on the loan status, and they can minimize surprises. Some brokerages even have in-house mortgage companies, which is completely fine, but this creates a direct financial reason to keep you under their roof. The problem? The lender who's easiest for you isn't always the one who gives you the best deal. By just going with their suggestion, you could possibly be leaving money on the table. You might get a loan with slightly higher interest rates or loaded with extra fees. And you may even think, "What's 1/4%? That's what I'm here for. Let's do the math." On a $300,000 home with a 30-year mortgage, and if the rate's projected to be in the low to mid 6% range for 2026, the difference between 6.4% and 6.15% can be over $15,000 in interest over the life of the loan. Now do you get it? Would you write a $15,000 check to your agent's friend just because it was easier? Of course not. This is why I emphasize with my clients, you have the right to shop for a mortgage like you would for a car. The solution is to get at least 3 official loan estimates from different types of lenders. And when I say different types of lenders, I'm talking one, your agent's preferred lender, it's fine to include them, a local credit union or community bank, and a mortgage broker who can shop your loan to dozens of lenders. Compare them line by line, look at the interest rate, the APR, and the lender fees. You can even take the best offer and ask the others to beat it. This creates competition. And who wouldn't want to feel special, right? Your response should be polite but firm. "Thanks for the recommendation. I'll definitely get a quote from them as I compare a few different lenders to make sure I get the best terms." A good agent will respect that. Your agent's job ends at closing. Your mortgage is with you for the next 30 years, so take control. Let's quickly recap. First, the 2026 buyer's market gives you leverage. Use the data to slow down, negotiate hard, and ask for sellers' concessions. Second, investigate the true hidden costs of home ownership, especially local insurance rates, property taxes, and HOA fees. Third, look into local buyers assistance programs like Palm Bay's First-Time Home Buyers Program and Florida's Hometown Heroes Program, which could save you thousands of dollars. Fourth, insist on an exclusive buyer's agent who has undivided loyalty to you. And if you can't, that's okay. Make sure that agent is going to treat the process fairly. And fifth, shop around for your mortgage. It could save you tens of thousands of dollars. You started this as a first-time home buyer, maybe feeling a bit nervous. Now you're an informed home buyer. You have the knowledge to lead the process, ask the right questions, and make sure every decision serves your best interests. Now, as we all know, knowledge is power, but action is where the magic happens. If you want a dedicated partner like myself to walk you through this process, I invite you to book a free 15-minute strategy call with me. There's no obligation. We can talk about your specific goals and map out a personalized plan to get you into your first home. The link to book a call is in the description below. Now, if this was helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more real estate insiders tips, and drop a comment with your biggest question about buying your first home. And as you all may find out, I read and respond to as many as I can. Thank you guys for watching. Now go buy your first home with the confidence you deserve. I'll see you in the next video.